Hello, hello, everybody. It's Infiniti, and I am turning on my video. There we go. Hello, hello, everyone. Hi, John. Hi, Woody. Hi. How are you guys? Happy Monday afternoon or evening. It's 3:30 here in the Pacific. And it is July 25th. I'm going to go and make sure that my YouTube is going on here, and so I can see and watch what's happening here on YouTube. So 1 second. We'll give it, there we go. I am live. Yeah, I didn't have time to do like a whole separate thing. How are you guys? Happy Monday. Mute. There I am. Can I guess bring this down just a little bit? Okay. Alrighty, there we go. So I feel like that needs to be. Can you guys hear me okay? I remember to connect my mic this time. So there, that should be good. Hopefully you guys hear me okay. Karen is live on YouTube. Hey there, Karen. Hi. How are you? Oh, thanks for all the hearts. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining me. I just got a heads up a little bit ago. This is going to be I feel a pretty small crowd here today. I don't feel like there's going to be a whole lot of people coming for whatever reason. I'm feeling like the energy, let's just get right into it, shall we? Let's do it. And please chime in. Please let me know if you want to chime in. I'm going to invite to speak, invite to video for both Woody and Dawn. Woody, there we go. If you guys want to join me, let me know. Whoopsie. I think I did this. It's acting strange. Okay, sorry if I did that multiple times there, Woody. Honey's coming too. Oh, cool. Yeah, I just feel like today's energy is a bit heavy. Oh, look at that. It's 3:33 here in the Pacific. I feel like it's a bit heavy here today. That's what I'm getting. We are, we're feeling I'm like, just the energy feels a little bit not negative, just heavy. It feels like there is a decent amount of processing going on with the collective. Our moon, let me see here. I meant to look at this earlier, but I spaced. Yeah, we're basically in new moon territory. So today we're in the waning crescent, day 22. The symbol for today's moon is trident. This is a day for acquiring the innermost knowledge and skills, explore the world. Meditation is recommended. Great. That's what we're doing. Because on this day, intuitive insights are possible. If you are not too interested in the daily routine and devote your thoughts to the sublime, you can suddenly find a solution to a problem which has long been bothering you. So I guess that's a good, a really good way to describe this energy today. We have a lot coming in. We have a lot that we're processing. We're almost at the new moon. So we're kind of wanting to innately, energetically, spiritually, whether consciously or subconsciously, tune into things that need our attention in different ways, pay attention to ourselves, our body, our energy, that sort of thing. The trident moon. Yeah. And so we may not have much of a capacity for a whole lot more than that. So I'm playing my kalimba. This is my kalimba. I'm going to play my kalimba. Let me try that again. Play my kalimba to kind of get some clear vibes in here. I'm going to light some sage. And we will be... Oh, there's somebody here. I might duck out early to do cord canal, catch up, and spirit walk. Okay. Or I'm confused about that. I'm not sure what that was Dawn's message. She might duck out early. Well, here's the thing. This is what I was basically getting at, is that I don't feel like we're going to have a whole lot of people. Not that we usually have a whole lot of people just yet, but yeah, it just feels like my own energy is not low. I mean, I have high positive vibes going on, but like fatigue and just feeling kind of the weight of what people are dealing with and processing right now. There's a lot coming through. We're getting closer and closer to the Lion's Gate, you guys, which is going to cause us to want to not be as engaged with people, not be so involved with things, possibly not just expending much more energy than we really than we have because of this happening. There's a lot more like internal things going on. Oh, this is another thing I wanted to check. I can't remember what sign the moon is in today. Let's see here. Does that say Gemini? Yeah, Gemini. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that's also energy for Gemini is interesting. Depending on what's going on, it can be a very grounding energy, or it can be a very kind of upper realm kind of spiritual energy to help balance, because Gemini is all about balance, but right now and that's what the need is. So that's also the energy happening. Hey you, Jeanette, I will chime in and out. I work with family. What? Oh, with yeah. So Jeanette is here. Hi, honey. Jeanette is here. Hello, love. It is 3:38. Is that what it says? 3:38. Haha, that's funny. Right when I see your message there, Jeanette. She says, "Hi, sunshine. I will chime in and out as I work with family time as well." Yeah, so it's the evening. She has a little one, so it's family time. But I appreciate you being here, sweetheart. Thank you for being here in the first place. So anyway, long story short, people, talking about this energy, talking about being so close to the new moon, talking about, all that we're processing, getting close to the Lion's Gate, which is that soul journey that I'm facilitating. And I have had people come in, inquire recently about joining. And I've had to actually turn people away who we just could not. I have to maintain a certain energy in the group. So if you're interested, please feel free to contact me to let me feel into it and be guided whether we can have you come in. Essentially, it's not about being behind or whatever. A lot of people can feel that way because we've done several weeks. But just the last couple of days, I've had a couple of people say, "Oh, I want to join in." And because of a certain energy and kind of need to maintain a certain energy in that space, I've had to actually turn people away. So it's just it's nothing against anybody. It's just, it's a very special energetic space, and it needs to be protected. It needs to be, you know, people coming in need to be able to, it's like riding a wave. Either you can get right on that wave and maintain that, or it's going to be a struggle for some reason. And I just can't have that wave slowing down for somebody new coming in who might struggle in that with, and for whatever reason. It's hard. It's like, I know I'm being vague, but it's a thing. I honestly didn't expect, to be honest. But that's kind of where it's at. So while the doors are, you know, essentially theoretically open, there needs to be kind of this, we're just not letting anybody and everybody in. There needs to be like the go ahead that this person, if, you know, or I may, with other people, I said, I think what I'm getting is, this is, go back to the work that we did for 222. Go do cord cutting first, and then maybe, you know, in a week you can come in, stuff like that. There's had to be, you know, kind of that sort of assessments going on. But anyhow, just FYI. Theoretically, and until I'm told to change this, if I am, we are accepting people in through the end of August. And that may change. So, I don't know. It's been really interesting, this whole journey. It's very much, it's structured, but it's very much governed by much higher things than I can really, you know, say or control. I'm channeling down information. We're connecting in certain very specific ways, and it's all about just going as guided as I go through it. So anyhow, we're not going to be here for too long today. This is what I'm getting at. Energies are pretty intense. They're pretty, there's a lot going on with people. And I also need to maintain my energy as well. I also already feel like there's just not going to be a whole lot of new people being guided into this space because of kind of what I said before, which I find really interesting. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of energy. I'm not going to do a 3-hour one today. Let me put it that way. We're going to be quick about it today. Maybe even under an hour or close to that. I'm going to really quickly get oracle cards. I'm going to be working with the Hidden Worlds Oracle here. And again, if anybody's watching this replay and you are interested in the Lionsgate journey, please go to my website, myfaeriegodmother.org, and that's Faerie, Faerie. But I'm gonna have to put it in, yeah, because this is just kind of a generic live on YouTube. Oh, but you could get to it that way. Actually, that's fine. That works. Never mind. I take it back. You can find me through what is up on the live right now on YouTube as well. And just, you know, go as guided for reading the articles on the information, etc., etc. And if you're interested in joining up, please send me an email, let me know, or do the registration. I'm kind of getting the feels from people from the registration, and then following up with you, asking a few questions, and then assessing if we are able to open the doors for you for the Lionsgate. Maybe there's just some stuff that needs to be done ahead of time. Again, starting it at a later point when energy is more conducive for that work for you personally is better than thinking that sooner is better and I have to get in there now if you're too busy or if there's too much going on. Because I've had people go, oh, I'm super busy, but I want to get in there and da, da, da. There's all this like, kind of frazzled energy, and it's like, no. Or I've had a really hard time with all this stuff, and it's like, no, we're not coming in here with a really hard time with stuff. Or you got to take care of some stuff before you come into this space, because we've been working already for a few weeks, and I don't want to have this like disruptive energy. So anyway, like I said, it's a thing. So I'm going to get card here. I've got the Hidden Worlds. Something just flew by. Any questions? No. Any comments? No. Okay, cool. Alrighty. I think we'll probably just get one oracle and then get right into some energy work here. Keeping this short for today. Keeping this really short for today. That is... aside from whatever messages come through, it was like, that's a thing. That is a thing with today. This is not going to be a 3 or even a 2 or even an hour and a half kind of business here. So hopefully, Dawn, you won't have to bail early, because you'll be able to be here for the entire thing. Wouldn't that be great? Okay, got 5 cards out. I go with this one here. Homeward Traveler, completion, reunion, return, card number 21. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Okay, don't think so. Okay, Homeward Traveler. Oh, I love this card. I haven't seen it in quite some time. Actually, it's been a while since I've seen this card, so it's really great to see this card. Gosh, when was it that I saw this card last time? Oh, I'm gonna have to think about that. But anyhow, Homeward Traveler, card number 21, also a 3. Okay, here we go, peeps. I'm going to put my glasses on so I don't have to struggle so much. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Alrighty. You have reached the stage of your journey where much of the hard work has been done. You have traveled far and gone through many tests and dangers. There have been moments where you feared you would not make it and wondered whether this journey was worth facing the trials and finding a way through the obstacles. You have stopped so many times along the way, but something within your soul called you onwards. And so you kept moving in the direction of your goals. There was much risk, and now comes the reward. For you are being guided through the last stages of the journey, and there can no longer be any doubt that you are, dear friend, headed in the direction of your true home. This home may not be a place or even people. It could be a state of being, a place of balance and love that is found within. It could be a place in the outside world, a home you have longed for and now are close to creating. Or it could be that you have been through many struggles and suffered, and that now will come a time of peace and harmony within. You are returning to love, to a place where you can most truly be yourself. And this will bring reunion, completion, and a sense that you have found where you are meant to be. I love this. And illumination, I'm finding my way to where I'm meant to be. Home is within me. Yay, 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 yay. Hey there, Willow. Okay, so... wow, I love this so much. I hope that made you guys feel good. Those messages there. And the biggest message to take from that is you are returning to love, to a place where you can most truly be yourself. And this will bring reunion, completion, and a sense that you have found where you are meant to be. Wow, 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 wow. Isn't that beautiful? Here's the thing. I feel like this card is a little misleading because there is really no completion. There's just cycles. There's leveling up. There's getting past a certain stage and then starting a new one. That's all about continual rebirth and renewal and onward and upward and ascension. Ascension never is completed. But what this is more about, just to be clear, is about coming to the closer to the end of holding back, of letting fears of the unknown, fears of yourself and your own power, fears of deep connection with soul family, of being vulnerable. You know, a lot of people in ascension are, you know, do that like stop but come here thing with others because they're so guarded with their energy. They're so guarded with themselves, their true selves, their true woo-woo spiritual selves that have a lot of things going on with them that most people in the world wouldn't know about because they keep quiet, they keep to themselves, and feel very isolated and like they're the only ones. And so come up with all sorts of reasons to be separated from people. And like a lot of times people think that, you know, work on me, I got to separate from everybody else. And that's definitely not true. You have to be discerning and picky about those that you let be around you. But as far as, you know, real like keeping away from people, it's like, no, that'll stunt your growth more than it'll help you. You just have to be picky about who you have around you, you know. But anyhow, a lot of this is about, you know, finally getting to a place where you feel more and more secure with yourself, being out in the world, declaring yourself, being authentic, taking steps and taking measures to facilitate a situation for yourself where you can really be in that space of authenticity, in that space of spiritual connection and out about that enough to where it's part of your who you are now. It's not a thing for just private time with yourself. It's something that comes out more into the world, in whatever way that might be for you, whether, you know, that could be lots of ways for different people. So I'm not going to sit here and get into that sort of what that means for everybody. But this is more about that. This is about a coming home to yourself that is about loving yourself and not denying yourself, not being afraid of what other people think of you, not being afraid of stepping on toes, not being afraid of making other people uncomfortable because of who you are and what you're into or what you're a part of or what you want to focus on or what you don't want to be a part of or can't, you know, be connected to anymore, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, what any of those things are. And being able to do that confidently, authentically, lovingly for yourself and others in a way that if that means that there is that separation from people or situations, from experiences, from places in all sorts of ways, that's really okay with you. That you're not compromising yourself, your ascension, your spirituality, your evolution, your healing for anybody else. And their comfort doesn't really, you could say, well, what about it's my parents, it's my child. Well, yeah, nobody is on the list should be on the list ahead of you. And when we're in fear and really putting other people and how they feel about what we do ahead of what really feels good for us, they're on the list ahead of you and you're not home yet. So to get home, you've got to see that you are your home. In your home, you'll feel good anywhere at any time around 1 million people or nobody at all because you finally came home to yourself. That's what this is about. So whether you're there yet or you're approaching there, it is coming in more and more. That's what this card is really about. This homeward travel. You're traveling closer and closer, getting closer and closer to yourself. You see those are lights. Like, I love this card because it's like, are they going away from us, or are they coming towards us? How do you perceive this? When you first saw this card, was it like, oh, they're going, like, I'm one of these lights and I'm going that way? Or were you here and the lights were coming towards you? Everybody sees this a little differently depending on, you know, kind of what's going on. What does that mean for you? Where are you in this scenario when you look at that card? Something to think, whoopsie, something to think about. I had a mindset like that at first. I didn't want any people around me. Yeah, you know, a lot of people do to a certain extent. You know, that's where they're and everybody needs that. But that's not to be on and 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 on. You know, that's supposed to be at towards the beginning of your spiritual awakening, to give yourself time and space to really, you know, start to bring things in, to recognize stuff within you and what needs to change and where you've been, where you're going, and start to collapse and disintegrate the programs of the things that you've bought into and been a part of your entire life, whatever those things may be, depending on your situation. So you do need a certain amount of time by yourself. It's really important, but that's supposed to be a finite amount of time. It's not supposed to go on and on and on indefinitely. You know, it needs to come to a point where, you know, you get to a place where you can coalesce with other people that are in that same journey. Because the more we're together, the stronger we are, the more we'll ascend, the more that we heal, the more that we transcend blocks and paradigms of, you know, mazes that we keep for ourselves, because we have each other's energy to work off of. So while we can be okay on our own and thrive on our own, we're always going to be better together. Always, whether we're physically together and in our soul group for the Lion's Gate, there's been a lot of talk about like, oh, I wish we were together and we're gonna plan something in the future with this group that we have, and there's a lot of this like, I wish we were in person right now kind of thing. And I totally get that. You know, there's definitely something to be said for being in the same room with somebody or out in nature with the same, you know, with people. But what's so awesome about this time and these incarnations, these lifetimes that we have, and what's going on upon Gaia now, is the ability to connect like we're doing right now, and what that does for us, even through distance. And we're learning in a way now that physical distance has no bearing on our energetic connections whatsoever. I work with people every day, like energetically, like it doesn't matter where they are in the world whatsoever. And just communication, technology, all of that stuff, like we've talked about before. We don't need to be in the same room. It's not necessary for us to connect in a very deep ways. And be very helpful and meaningful and life-changing for each other without ever being in the same room. And we can't allow proximity to be the excuse for why we're not connecting to people that we're meant to connect to. You know, that sort of thing. Okay. So if anybody, oops, wow, I keep doing that. I gotta move this. I'm not used to being there. Hey, honey. Hello, everybody. Okay, so that's Homeward Traveler. I hope that resonates with you. Hope that I hope you feel motivated by that, you know, if you're getting this message, you're definitely on this. It's just more and more of this, more and more settling in, more and more being comfortable, more coming out, more of that not freaking you out, connecting with other people, not freaking you out. Have, you know, like baby steps, think baby steps, especially if this has been, you know, difficult in the past, or there's been starts and stops or whatever it is. Because you have to remember, it's like when you're dealing with yourself and with other people that are ascending, you're basically like a bunch of toddlers, myself included. And you know, we can get freaked out over small things. We're very sensitive. We get like, what's happening here? You know, people just kind of lose their shit like little babies sometimes. Because a lot of this stuff is new and it's not clear and it's confusing and nobody's there to explain it to you or, you know, and people can just kind of, you know, be very ultra sensitive within this whole ascension thing. That's for sure. Sorry, hold on one second. I don't know. I don't like not being able to. And there's just like certain things here that I just want to make sure I'm not missing any chats here from anybody. I don't think so. Okay, whatever. So anyway, that is that. That is that, you guys. So oh, okay. Oh, see, I had a feeling you were saying stuff. I love this card. Okay, I'm just having a hard time like getting myself to this chat area. You love this card. Awesome. Yeah, I love this card too. And it's been a while since I've seen it. Like I said, I'm trying to remember the event or what it was. Or maybe it wasn't. Oh, man. Yeah, having a hard time remembering. But anyway, so if there isn't anything else, anybody has any questions or comments about any of that we just went through, like I said, this is not going to be a long live today. We're going to conserve energy and time. My last few lives have been really long. I've been putting forth a lot of energy into our soul group and our soul journey for the Lion's Gate. And yeah. There's that. So let's get into it, you guys. We're going to do our spirit walk. Hopefully you're comfy in whatever position you are in. If you don't have candles lit, if you want to light at least one candle, I say 1 or 3 is always good. You have your crystals with you. I have a 963 track playing here in the background. I don't know if you guys could hear it. It got kind of loud there for a bit, but I did turn it down. You can have that going on as well, but just put yourself in a comfy position. If you need to close windows or doors. I have no idea what we're going to be doing. I never do know. I just know when I'm guided to facilitate a spirit walk, otherwise known as what people would call meditation. But what I do is a bit different with their like astral travel, energy work, channeling, all sorts of stuff going on there. So we have been guided, or I've been guided through, and I'm also a generational shaman, an earth angel, and guided to really help people understand. When we call them spirit walks, it's really you working with spirit in a way where you're walking with spirit, you're walking with divine counterparts, you're working with your way in a really with yourself in a really deep way. So there we go, guys. Okay, so eyes closed, deep breaths. just centering yourself, taking a few deep breaths here. Feeling into your heart center. Really tapping into the energies of the new moon right now. So if you can join me with that, thinking about the new moon. I think we're just at like 5% or something like this right now. Almost at new moon. So that darkened moon, starting a new cycle with where the moon is at, and slowly illuminating up to full moon. But we're definitely in that zone of new moon energy. It really is a time to open up to higher guidance, really create this space. So if you can like see, you know, like, this is funny what I'm being shown here. Like imagine yourself. Oh, I love this. This visual is hilarious. This is Mother Gaia, Mother Earth Gaia coming in. Hold on one second. Sometimes she hits me with a vision first and then she announces herself. So hold on a second. Oh my gosh, so funny. She's really coming in, touching down with everybody, really wanting to feel her presence here. So you may feel a bit of like an energy shift, if like a difference in the atmosphere around you. Feel a little heavier, a little denser. She has a lot of mass of energy, as you can imagine. Her creational and creative energy alone is just, I mean, we can't even, as humans, really quantify that. Just call it infinite. And so just that alone, aside from her own history that she comes in and everything, her own soul being. Anyhow, so she's here with us. Just welcome and just open up that space. You know, want to like envision somebody that's this like a mother figure to you or a grandmother figure to you. This like divine feminine that is nurturing and beautiful and powerful and strong and independent and creative and does all the things like to perfection. And she's just coming into your space and to embrace you and take a look at you in that way that older and wiser feminines will, to assess what's going on with you, to look you in the eye and turn you around a couple times and go, what do we have here, dear one? What do we have here? And what she showed me is, imagine you have one of those caption bubbles above your head that has, you know, scribbled in all the things that you're thinking about. How big is that bubble and what a jumbled mess is it? Let's take a look at it. So she kind of showed me for everybody, like, look at their bubbles and what, and you know, like, what is your bubble and what's all on your mind? How big is this bubble, and would anybody be able to come in and take a look at it and make any sense of it? And you know, how just, you know, fractured and disjointed, how much do you have on your mind? And what she's showing me is everybody has this massive bubble. Everybody's bubble is jumbled and it's just like all over the place. Not that it's not a judgment or a bad thing. It's just like, let's just take a look at all that's on your mind. I mean, I started this saying, there's a lot, there's heaviness, there's a lot on people's mind, there's a lot to process. So she's just coming in kind of with a visual illustration. Look at your bubble, your caption bubble, your thought bubble above your head. What does that look like? And now she says, now imagine just like on a whiteboard Or like you have an eraser and you just erase it all. Just bye-bye all of the dark, all of the scribbles and the big black marker that comprises all the things that have been on your mind that you've been thinking about. And then just wipe it clean. Just see that. What does that look like? What does that feel like for you? Just to wipe that clean, to make it all just go away. And now see and feel into that energy as you look up and you're like, oh, look at it. It's just like, oh, look at all that space. Look at all that clear. It's like clearing the table. So you can then start putting things on and paying attention to one thing and another thing and putting things together. What belongs over here? What belongs over there? Instead of just this big mess of everything. You know, we tend to pop from thought to thought and problem to problem and seek solutions and do tasks and talk to people and process in and, you know, purge out and all these things that we don't even really consciously understand that we're doing that. But she's showing us, like, look at that. Look at how big and heavy and enormous that is, and how it's just one long, you know, train of thought into another thing, and on and on and on. And just poof, clearing that out. Clear, clear, clear. Just wiping that clean. Taking a deep breath. And then she says, okay, now that you've done that, cleared your head a little bit, maybe paid attention to what all those different things were that was taking up space and that was on your mind. Not that any of those things are, you know, we can just see them all neutrally. It's just all of it is energy. All of it takes up space. All of it matters. It's part of you. That's like a living, breathing thing that's going on. You know, sometimes we just need to see that. So she says, now that you've done that, and she grabs your hand and she takes you outside. What's interesting here, it's not like you're normal outside. It's like you're outside as though you're in a cabin on the top of a mountain. And when she pulls you outside, you're on the top of this mountain and there's just this amazing view of the mountain you're on and the surrounding mountains and the sun in the distance. You know, it's like late afternoon, so the sun is low and she's taking you out. It's warm and the breeze is perfect and birds are chirping and you can just, there's just life everywhere. And oh, take a deep breath and it's just sweet. The aroma in the air is just sweet from wildflowers and all the goodness of nature just wafting in through the air, and the trees are all around you as well. But she takes you out to this like clearing, and there's this really comfy chair, or you can sit down on the ground itself, whatever looks good to you, to just be able to like lounge back and look at this vista in front of you, this view in front of you, and how beautiful it is and how expansive and how open and all of there's so much life within everything there, but you know, it's far away. You cannot see more than, you know, the trees, let's say, but you know it's all there. And you're part of that too. And she just wants to sit with you here. And she says, this is what really matters. This right here. you take yourself to a very special place where you can connect and open up your mind, your body, your spirit, connect to your soul, connect to your divine loved ones. Your spirit guides and guardians. Open up and let your soul song sing with your beautiful vibration, without all of the distortion of all the things that were in your thought bubble, impeding your beautiful soul song to be sent out into the multiverse. So just imagine this radiance, this energy, this vibration floating and moving away from you, and seeing it go off into the distance. Like it's a wave of light, a wave of energy, whatever that you may see, it's coming off of you and it's going out. What does that look like? What does that feel like? What's the vibration? What's the color? What's your intention here when you're sending out your beautiful vibration into the world? See, most of the time we don't think about that. We don't think about what our vibration is and what we're exuding and emitting out with our frequency into the world. We should, not to shit on us, but we should. We should be aware. That's how we maintain our frequency. That's how we master our frequency. Most of the time we're too busy, Things are happening quickly. We're getting shit done. Or we're avoiding getting shit done. Whatever. Either way. We're actively not paying attention most of the time. So she's bringing us here to say, look, it's a constant. It's your heartbeat. It's at the beat of your heartbeat. As this vibration goes out, what does that look like? What does that feel like? Is it a nice, clean, beautiful, harmonic wave? Is it fractured? Is it low? Is it high? Is it thick and slow? Is it fast? Like, what's up with this? Don't judge it. Just feel it. Just see it. Take note of it. And no matter what it is that you see and feel and visualize here as it goes out, and you see it going out until it seems to reach the sun there in the distance, and it just keeps going with each one of your heartbeats. No matter what it is, declare to yourself that you're going to raise that. You're going to be aware of that vibe, aware of that emittance of energy with every heartbeat, every footstep that you take upon Gaia, that you place down upon Gaia with your heartbeat send out into the atmosphere. And make no mistake, it goes on and on and on. There's no ending to these frequencies and vibrations as they leave the body and travel out in a 360 degrees around and outwards from you. It just keeps going. There's no end. So decide whatever it is, however high it is, that it's going to be higher, and you're going to pay attention to it. And you're going to think about that. That's just going to help keep you grounded. It's going to help keep you in the now. It's going to help make you think of that thought bubble and how much is going on in there and what's traveling from one thing to another, to another, to another. How fragmented you are, how imbalanced you are, what your flow is, and all that good stuff as we move forward and into the new moon territory for officially here in a couple of days. So your energy and vibration is as stable as it can possibly be as we move into this new moon cycle and beyond. And then lastly, Gaia is saying, now let the frequency and the vibration of our star, the sun, come to you and see and feel that energy, that light coming through. That's our connection to everything outside of our little teeny tiny solar system in the scheme of all the multiverse. Our beautiful sun, our star, is the life force that keeps us all receiving the energy from the galactic center, from Mother, Father, God. That light, that fire that is inside of all of us, all living things, whether it's plant or insect or animal or human, or anything has that light within it. So let it come and let it hit you, let it absorb it into your eyes, into your third eye. Swallow it, breathe it, connect to it, and bring it in through your whole body. Let your body light up with this light of our beautiful sun. Feel the sunlight within you. May it burn as much negative, dense energy within you that needs to burn and be transmuted at this time to motivate you and guide you towards the deepest of healing that you can ever receive, that you're ready for in any given moment, that you get closer and closer to that, whatever that may be. So be it, and so it is. And take a few deep breaths here, really pulling and feeling all that energy. Just very consciously distributing that through your body, through your chakras. Your arms and your legs, all the way up to your head, pulling it into the body. And just letting that be, feeling it through and through. And spending at least 5 to 10 minutes in your spots wherever you're at, feeling this energy, just letting it soak in, just really absorbing it, helping it to stabilize, to ground, to balance, to energize, to motivate, to help you feel the support, the love that Mother Earth, Gaia, and all of your guides and guardians have for you. They are all present here with you, supporting you, thanking you for joining me and us all here today. I thank you as well. Thank you for being guided here to join me to take part in these messages and the spirit walk. Again, please stay in this space for 5 to 10 minutes afterwards, drinking a full glass of water. You may be tired and want to lay down. You may get sleepy. Just don't exude a whole lot of energy. Let your body process this into your evening and tonight. And with that, everyone, I'm going to bid everybody a good night and an adieu. That we are done here. Again, thank you so much for being here, everybody. Mwah! I love you. I will see you soon. Reach out personally if you're so guided to. And until next time, guys, next Monday, I'm back here on Fireside and simulcasting on YouTube. I will see you then. Bye for now, you guys.